Hey folks, this is Kelani. Welcome back to the Tomb of Sargeras raid guide for normal and heroic. This time we'll be looking at Mistress Sassz'ine. This is a 3-phase fight which takes place in a sort of water dome, which is pretty cool. Sadly, the boss will be summoning all sorts of nasties out of the water to try and kill you. The boss's first ability you'll need to deal with is Burden of Pain. This is applied to your tank and you'll need to swap back and forth with this debuff as it deals a lot of shadow damage over time, but it also causes any physical damage the target takes to be copied to your raid. That means the tank with the debuff should not be tanking the boss and needs to avoid taking any physical damage as much as possible so they don't wreck the raid. One of the most important abilities in this fight is Hydra Shot. This marks 3 players with a huge green line and after 6 seconds fires a piercing shot towards them. This deals a huge amount of damage, so it needs to be split between several other people, but everyone who gets hit gains a stack of Hydra Acid, which deals damage over time. If anyone ever gets 2 stacks or more of Hydra Acid, it will stun them for 6 seconds, so you'll need to make sure at least a few people are soaking each Hydra Shot going out, and that they aren't stacked or overlapping, so no one gets stunned. These shots do physical damage, so your burden tank should not be helping split Hydra Shots. The boss will also cast From the Abyss, summoning 3 Abyss Stalkers. These adds will need to be picked up by your current burden tank, but don't worry, the adds do shadow damage instead of physical, so you're fine. They will cast a Shadow Step ability, which is more annoying than anything else, but they can be stunned to help keep them in place. While these adds do need to die, you will need to time their deaths to line up with another ability. When they die, they leave behind a puddle of Concealing Murk, which deals damage over time and reduces the hit chance of anyone who stands in it, so just don't stand in it. These puddles are very important for the next ability, Slicing Tornado. During the first phase, the boss will use Slicing Tornado, which summons a line of tornadoes that slowly move across the room. If you get hit by a tornado, you take a huge amount of damage over time. The only way to avoid them is to have a puddle of Concealing Murk in the path of one or more of the tornadoes. When a tornado comes into contact with the puddle, it will disappear, giving you an opening to run through. If you kill your Stalker adds too quickly, you won't have any puddles to deal with the Slicing Tornadoes, so you really need to be careful with timing their deaths. You will also have to deal with Consuming Hunger. This is a debuff which is applied to random raid members and deals damage over time. This debuff lasts a very long time, and the only way to get rid of it is to stand in the next ability, Thundering Shock. Periodically, throughout the phase, a whole swarm of jellyfish will appear and begin to cast an AoE shock. If you get hit by this shock, you'll be stunned for 4 seconds, but it's the only way to remove the Consuming Hunger debuff. It's worth noting that the stun is also dispellable, so your healers should be on their toes to dispel any stuns quickly. Whenever Consuming Hunger is removed, a Razor Jaw Waverunner will spawn. These will chain cast Water Blast at nearby players, which deals quite a bit of damage, so make sure to pick up any Murlocs that spawn and cleave them down ASAP. You can interrupt and stun them, so be sure to make good use of your crowd control. At 70% health, Mistress Sassz'ine will enter Phase 2. She will no longer cast Slicing Tornado, Consuming Hunger or Thundering Shock, but will continue to cast Hydra Shot and Burden of Pain. She will also spawn the Stalker adds, but seeing as you don't have any tornadoes for now, you can kill them off quickly. She will gain a few other abilities though. The first of these is called Velius. A huge line of bubbling water will span the length of the encounter area, and after a short delay a huge fish will plow through, dealing a huge amount of damage to anyone that gets hit. Just move out of the targeted area and you should be fine. She will also cast Summon Ossinet, which will leave ink clouds in random places. Anyone who enters these will soak up the ink cloud, but take damage over time and be slowed. That slow can be pretty dangerous if you need to get out of the way of Velius, so be careful when you pick them up. You'll need to pick them up to deal with the last ability in this phase, Beckon Sarakel. A huge whale shark will appear at the edge of the room and start sucking players towards it. If anyone gets within 15 yards, they'll instantly die. The only way to drive him away is for 3 people to pick up ink clouds and get near Sarakel. You can see 2 different circles around Sarakel. The smaller circle is the one that will kill you instantly, and the purple circle is how close you need to get for him to suck ink off of you. After he sucks up 3 ink cloud debuffs, he will retreat until the ability is cast again. Anyone who is near the whale shark when he appears should just grab some nearby ink clouds and get rid of him as quickly as possible. This phase will last until 30% when Phase 3 starts. During this phase you won't have to deal with the big whale shark anymore, but you will still get the ink patches all over the room as well as the big fish crashing through the area. You will also have to deal with Slicing Tornadoes again as well as Consuming Hunger. You won't have any Thundering Shocks to remove the Consuming Hunger debuff, so you're just going to have to heal through it. Make sure you start timing the Stalker add deaths again to deal with the Slicing Tornadoes. dodge the huge fish when he comes smashing through, and avoid the ink patches, and you should be golden. That's all you should need to take down Mistress Sassz'ine on normal and heroic. If you have any questions or queries, please leave them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible, or hop on over to Discord. We have a server at discord.gg/Kelani, great place to come ask questions or just hang out. Remember to leave a like just below the video before you leave, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching folks, good luck and have fun, and as always I will see you next time.